Hi guys, and welcome back to another grammar lesson with Misha. Hope you all, had a good day yesterday and completed all the work. Well done to all those of you who sent over your work. You should have got your Ruby class chart points and certificates. Hopefully, if you continue sending in your work, you should get your emeralds by the end of the week. Mr. Rashid's celebration shout out videos, and your work will end up in the shout out videos. So what you're going to need for today is pencil, paper, and the worksheet from the website, but wait for that until the end because you might not know whether you want to do challenge 1 or challenge 2 depending on how you feel about the task. Okay, so your word of the day is ludicrous. Ludicrous is an adjective. It means something that's completely unreasonable, stupid, or wrong. Synonyms: ridiculous, crazy, and absurd. So example in a sentence: it is difficult to know whether this is more ludicrous or tragic. So all I want you to do is put this word in the sentence for yourself. Who remembers the word from yesterday? Because that was a bit of a tongue twister. Let's try it. Mellifluous. It is quite tricky. Okay, so well done, guys. So we're gonna do our spelling test now. From the 5 words that you should have learned yesterday from the learning video. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our first word, extreme. Okay, extreme. She was in extreme pain before her surgery. Extreme. Your next word is famous. I am famous. Famous. Your next word is favorite. Favorite. Year 4s are my favorite. Favorite. Your next word is February. February. Or February. Your next word is forwards. Forwards. She needs to move all these things forward. So here is your list of words: extreme, famous, favorite, February, and forward. So what you need to do, forward or forwards, it doesn't matter. Yes, I know you all know. Mark your work, and if you've got obviously any incorrect, you need to do your 10 star jumps or push-ups for each question you get wrong. So hopefully you are getting your 5s out of 5s. Okay, so Tuesday 19th May 2020. Your learning intention to identify prepositional phrases and adverbial phrases, and also you're going to be able to distinguish between adverbial and noun phrases. I want you to write the date and a lie in the top left-hand corner of your book and underline it, please, or on your piece of paper. Okay, so prepositions. A preposition is a word that indicates place or direction. For example, across, into, between, above, beyond, behind, over. Prepositions describe the relationship between the subject of a sentence and another object. For example, the apple was under the table. It is describing the relationship between the apple and the table. The glider flew through the air. What is this describing the relationship between? Well done. It's describing the relationship between the glider and the air. Okay, now the same for the next sentence. what is describing the relationship between the boy walked towards the school. Well done. Describing the relationship between the boy and the school. Okay. Which of the following words are prepositions? So let's read the words all together. In, we're going to go across. In, to, house, location, travel, walk, inside, tomorrow, visit, mountain, beside, later, journey, upon, off, and during. So which of these words are prepositions? Okay, so here are the answers. In, upon, inside, beside. Okay, prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase includes the object that the preposition in a sentence is referring to and any other words that link to its preposition. For example, he hid beneath the duvet. A prepositional phrase usually includes a preposition, a noun or a pronoun, and may include an adjective. It does not include the verb. Can you pick out the prepositional phrase from these sentences? The general ordered the troops to retreat the valley. Julius was delighted to find a present inside the egg. Mike didn't think he could run up the hill. Where could it be? It wasn't in the box, and it wasn't around the back. When the siren sounded, they all set off into the ancient woods. So, to the valley, inside the egg, up the hill, in the box, round the back, and into the ancient woods. Those are the answers. Okay, so prepositional phrases. How many prepositional phrases can you make using these prepositions and objects? Can you make any interesting ones? So what I want you to do is pause the video for yourself for a minute and see if you can make any interesting prepositional phrases using the list given to you over here in the orange and in the yellow. Write it on your piece of paper before we move on. Okay, so adverbs. Adverbs are best known as being words which give us more information about the verbs. For example, he ran quickly to the gate. However, they can also be used to moderate adjectives. He was extremely brave. And the other adverbs, he picked it up incredibly carefully. Which of the followings are adverbs? In the list below, I want you to identify all the adjectives. If you look at all the adverbs, in the ones at the top, what do they end with? That might help you. So let's read the words quickly. Hunted, wishing, entirely, ancient, everywhere, nervously, wispy, ferociously, tomorrow, safely, and deceived. Adverbials are two or more words that tell us about a verb or an adjective. They appear as part of a sentence. They do not make sense alone. They tell us how, where, when, how long, or why something has happened. Can you pick out the adverbial phrase from each of these sentences and decide what it tells us? So with a smiling face, he accepted the award. With a smiling face, he accepted the award. Adverbial phrase tells us how. Milo liked to sleep on his master's bed. Pick out the adverbial phrase, and what does it tell us? On his master's bed tells us where. For 8 years she waited for a rescue ship. Well done. For 8 years tells us how long. He would not do a bungee jump because of the danger. Because of the danger tells us why. Excellent. So what's the difference between a prepositional phrase and an adverbial phrase? Have a think for a minute and answer that question to yourself or to an adult, or write it on a piece of paper. Okay, so a prepositional phrase is the overall term for any phrase that includes an object and a preposition, but not a verb. One type of prepositional phrase is an adverbial phrase. A prepositional phrase answers any of these questions: where, when, why, or how, then it's also an adverbial phrase. He lost it in the castle. Preposition, object. The prepositional phrase because it contains a preposition and an object with no verb. It is also an adverbial phrase because it tells us where he lost it. Okay, which of these prepositional phrases are also adverbial phrases and which are also noun phrases? Okay, so adverbials are explain where, when, and in the matter, to what an extent, and noun, how many, which one, what kind. Okay, so let's read all the sentences. One fossil from Africa was 400 million years old. The markings on the animal were rare and unusual. Several people each year are killed by vending machines. The car sped towards the wall. He flicked the coins into the pot. So which one of these are prepositional phrases are also adverbial phrases, and which are noun phrases? Noun phrase. The second one, noun phrase. The third one, adverbial phrase, because it tells us how. The car sped towards the wall, adverbial phrase, because it tells us how or where. Adverbial phrase, because it tells us where. So are all adverbial phrases also prepositional phrases? Not quite. Look at the Venn diagram below, complete with examples. Can you think of any more examples for each section? So what I want you to do is pause the video for a minute. I want you to come up with some sentences with prepositional noun phrases and prepositional adverbial phrases, at least 2 for each. Write it underneath, and then I'll go through my examples. Okay, so the rocks are grimy and greasy. The moss on the stone was dangerous and slippery. He ran extremely carefully. He ran across the stepping stones. Okay, so what I want you to do now is for task 1, there's a worksheet on the website. It's labeled prepositions with the date. Okay. And challenge 2, I want you to plan how to explain prepositional and adverbial phrases to someone who doesn't understand it. Find more examples of each type of phrase in a range of books and make a list of as many adverbial phrases as you can. If you can't find examples in books because of, you might not have many, or, it's hard to access, then you're more than welcome to find it online. Okay, and your spelling test for the week after the half term, hopefully, is fruit, grammar, group, God, and guide. Good luck, guys, with all the work that you do, and send over any work that you do. I'd love to see what you guys did so far. Challenge 1 and challenge 2. Well done, stay safe, and bye, guys.